Hi Sagittarius, we're doing love readings today. So it's a general read, it won't resonate for everyone, so please take the bits that fit and leave the rest, and cross watchers bear in mind that roles can be reversed. I'm going to start with a romance oracle card. If I can speak. I think I've got a bit of hay fever this morning. You get flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others and keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. Okay. Sometimes I think even if we're in a relationship, it's important to flirt. Have those date nights, just bring a bit of that new relationship feeling back into it. I do think it's really important. So I don't think that just stands for those of you who may be single. I'm going to take a look at your energy, any connecting energy, and the outcome of the connection, the relationship. Nine of Pentacles as the overall energy for the reading. I do feel that if we are either, I'm going to be talking to some singles Sagittarius out there, and some who are in a relationship that's about to draw to a close, I think. The thing, I'm picking up a different energy here, but you're just showing me you, if that makes sense. So I know there's somebody connecting to you, but you're not giving me anything that suggests that this person is going to remain part of your future, really. It's a bit weird. What it's showing me is you're, got this feeling of independence, I think, wanting to do your own thing. And the cards that are coming out for you just make me feel like your goals and your focus is maybe not on love at the minute. Let's go in and clarify. So for the Page of Swords, I get the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. I don't know if you're just kind of working on something new at the minute, trying to master a new skill or perfect a craft. I feel like that is what your focus is, definitely not on romance at the minute. And it's something, I'm not saying you're selfish, but something that is for your own gain, which is not a bad thing. Of course it's not if it's something that's important to you, and I would suggest is something that you feel is going to be a success and worth the effort, then yeah, that's good. But I do suspect that you're masking something. So maybe you're throwing yourself into work or this project because there's some underlying pain somewhere. This could be linked to a loss of some kind, possibly a bereavement, or the breakdown of a previous relationship or friendship. It feels quite raw. But I am getting the sense that you're kind of burying your head in the sand a little bit rather than dealing with what's actually going on. We're just like, I'm going to put my all into this because that's something I can manage and control. The emotions that are going on within me or whatever has happened, this ending, this loss, is outside of my control. There is a suggestion here, I think, to start working with somebody else or other people at least. What I'm getting from that is some form of collaboration. There's something here that you're being asked, I think, not to do by yourself, because by bringing other people into it, whatever this is, kind of will have a faster turnaround and a quicker takeoff if you bring other people into the mix. I don't know what that means for you, and I appreciate I'm not on the love lines, but that is absolutely what I've got there. So the person connecting to you have got the Sun, the Temperance and the Two of Pentacles. Now as soon as their energy popped up, I kind of felt like they've checked out as well. But let's have a look. Ooh. Oh wow. Yeah, I think so. I actually suspect the person that's connecting with you may be connecting with somebody else, or they've caught the eye of somebody else, or more than one person potentially. I've got the Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. It feels like they're glowing at the moment. I think they've had a real confidence boost. And I'm not sure if you've been bothered about feeding that for quite some time. The Temperance card here, I've got the Strength and the Star. This person is trying to get themselves in a really, really good place. You know, and I don't know if they're having to dig deep to find the strength to I don't know if it's muster up the confidence to make a change, to end this relationship, to move forward. The stars come out twice here, and I feel as though you're both focusing on something that you strongly desire, but that's not each other. For the Two of Pentacles, I get the Six of Swords and the High Priestess. I think this person knows your relationship's been over for quite a while. I know there's a bit of a thing going on with your readings at the minute. You know, there's not a great deal I can do about that. I can only share the messages that I've got, and I can only assume that there's responsibilities, you know, as to why this has not ended before today. But I don't know that you've shown me any true feelings of affection for anybody romantically for a long time in your readings. Let's look at the outcome of the connection then, or at least love for you. Oh, yeah, okay. So the last card I have there is the Ten of Wands. This is suggesting the need to pack up and go. I think that you guys might have been together a long time. You might have a family. There's nostalgia there. I think you might have both been hoping that something's just going to turn itself around and everything's going to become good at some point. There's a lack of effort on both sides though, so that's not going to happen. It's really not. And I do feel that there is a mutual, start that again. I feel like you've both got a very important focus, and for both of you that will be really, really different. Like I say, it's not this relationship, and it's not even set in stone as such, and I think that's what makes change so scary sometimes, because it's not set in stone and we don't know the outcome. You know, if we take that step that we're maybe not too sure about, is it going to work out well? But I feel like, let's say if you guys live together, you're probably living more as roommates than any kind of romantic couple. I just feel like it's run its course. Let me look at the Nine of Pentacles to finish us off then. This would suggest, if you're working on something, you know, like I say, be it a project, be it your career, that you're in a very, very good and comfortable position, quite successful. This sometimes means that we are able to enjoy the rewards of our hard work, our efforts. For that, I have the Knight of Wands, the Devil, Justice, I think I picked up on this on your previous reading as well. There is a third party here somewhere, possibly fourth, fifth, because I suspect it might be on both sides. Not saying, you know, that any cheating's taken place, or, you know, anything's crossed the part that you know, we can't move back from. There's maybe just interested parties all over this situation. What I'm going to suggest is, if this relationship doesn't come to an end very soon, I do think there is going to be infidelity. And what I don't understand about that is if this isn't working, it needs to end so that we can invite something new in. You know, but I don't think there's any reason for it. But I think that is very, very close. A very close encounter, potentially. On one or both sides. It's quite a complex reading. But I will leave that there for you. I hope you can take something helpful from it, and thank you for joining me.